Do you have trouble visualizing? Do you often wonder if your visualization actually took hold? Do you feel like you're not doing it right? Does it cause you frustration? If so, you are not alone. A lot of people struggle with visualization. For some reason, there's something difficult about seeing an image in your mind with your eyes closed in the dark. If you're trying to visualize better, if you're trying to master visualization, this episode is for you. These are some tips and tricks that you can use to become a better visualizer or become better at visualization. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. If you enjoy this show, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get updated every time we upload a video. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. It helps us reach more people, and we want to spread this knowledge far and wide. Everyone deserves to know that they are the power in their world. So this whole week, we're talking about VSA. That is my loving term for visualizing, scripting, and affirming. And today's video is all about visualization. Make sure you stay to the end of this video because each tip is very important on its own, but as a whole will really take your visualization process up a notch, okay? And I know this is a big one for a lot of people struggling out there. I probably get the most questions as far as process goes about visualization. So stay tuned, stay till the end, and let's get into it. Okay, visualization. We're talking about the images that you're holding in your mind. We're talking scenes that you bring into your subconscious. We're talking snapshots of the future life or the current life that you are becoming a vibrational match to. These are the pictures that you see in your mind. This is when you start daydreaming and you can kind of have little movies playing. This is what we're talking about. So even though it does seem hard, and I know a lot of people have difficulty viewing scenes in their mind's eye, it gets them frustrated, and then they start inserting struggle and doubt and lack and worry and fear into their manifestation, which is definitely a no-no. We don't want to continue doing the visualization if it makes you feel uncomfortable, okay? So first things first, let me just say, if you're not quite sure how to implement these type of exercises into your manifestations or into your daily life, check out my 6-step simple process. This is my signature process to manifesting. I'll link that above right here and also in the description below. Okay, so visualization. First things first, we want to make sure that our scene that we're using is very clear before we start trying to bring it in and before we start trying to drum up the feelings of it. If you have uncertainty in the picture that you're holding, you're just communicating uncertainty and you're not sure, and then your mind starts to wander, and then you're like, oh crap, I'm not doing it, and then it adds all these unnecessary feelings involved in the situation. So before you even try to bring it into your subconscious or meditate on it or whatever, the first thing you want to do is get very clear about what it is. If you have to write out a whole story about your future or that thing, even if it's just like you want to win a contest or you want to get a certain job, it can work for anything. But if you're using visualization, you want to make sure that whatever it is that you are using as your scene, your imaginal act, is very clear to you. And you know step by step, boom, 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 what I'm seeing, where I'm at, who I'm talking to, what I'm saying, etc., so that you're laser targeted when you go into your meditation session. Once you write out your story or once you decide what it is you're trying to manifest, then you're going to look at the whole picture and determine an all-encompassing snapshot or 3 to 5 second scene that implies whatever it is that you want has already happened or has already taken place. So if you're trying to win a contest, you want to see yourself like, I won, getting flowers and having your mom call you and say, I'm so proud of you, I can't believe you won. And you're like, I know, I'm so excited, I did it, it's amazing, I won, it is awesome. Make sure that it's all encompassing. Make sure it includes all of the elements that you want to manifest in your story, and then condense it down to a short scene or snapshot that implies that it's already done. So for example, I had someone in my Facebook group. By the way, you can join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society, by clicking the link below. I had someone in my group ask, okay, I'm trying to manifest 3 things. I have an SP, a specific person that she wanted to be with. She was working on graduating in her program at school. And then she also wanted to get the job of her dreams once she was graduated. And to her, it was like 3 separate manifestations. And I said, how about you do a scene of you in the office say that you want a corner office, whatever, in your profession or wherever you be working, and then your specific person sends you flowers on your anniversary to work. That implies that you made it past your schooling program or whatever, and obviously you've done well because you have your dream job, you're in the location, you're in your corner office, you're on site, whatever it is that your job is, you're physically there, and then you have your specific person sending you flowers for your anniversary. It includes all three. It's all encompassing. It's a short scene. You can get into the feeling and the moment of what that would be like, and then you will have a laser targeted scene to bring into your meditation or your manifestational exercises. So the first tip that will help you visualize better is to get very, very clear about what it is you are visualizing. I know that sounds very obvious, but a lot of times we go in with like a half-assed idea, like, oh, I'll flesh it out while I'm in there. Well, that just causes you to doubt, to have your mind wander, to feel like you're not doing it right, you're questioning things. That's definitely not the feelings that you want to bring into a manifestational exercise. You want to know exactly what you're doing and have confidence in what it is that you're manifesting. Now, the second tip that will help you become better at visualization is to constantly recalibrate while you're in your visualization session or your meditation session or wherever you're taking your visualizations, even if you're daydreaming on it, just absent-mindedly, re-cement yourself into that vibrational reality constantly during that process. Again, if you're not sure really how to manifest or where to start, check out my 6-step simple manifestation process. That will be in the description below, and there's also a playlist that will kind of take you from start to finish, and I will also link that here. So what does it mean to recalibrate? Okay, so for instance, I have a scene that I play, and it's a dinner party. It's all of my friends and family, all of my closest people congratulating me on my book debuting at the #1 spot on the New York Times bestsellers list, okay? So in this scene, the very beginning of my scene, again, I'm at a dinner party, I'm at the house that I want to own, which, side note, I've been to that house, and if you stay tuned for the third tip, I'll explain to you why that's important in the last tip, so make sure you stay tuned. So in my scene, at my dinner party with everybody that I love around me, the first thing I do is I stand up in my chair, and then I turn around and look at my chair and I back my chair up. I'm physically moving my chair out of the way so that I can stand up comfortably. And every time I do that, it anchors me into the first person of my visualization exercise. That is also a very important part of visualization. You want to make sure you're viewing it from the first person and not like a movie, so that you can ensure that it happens to you and not something that you're watching happen to someone else. So the first thing I do when I play this particular scene is I stand up and I turn around and I watch my hand grab my chair and scoot it back so that I can stand comfortably and not have my knees backing up against the chair. It makes it super real. It feels like it's actually happening. It feels like what I would do if I were to stand up and give a toast at a table. I wouldn't just leave my knees all there funky, like smashing up against the front of the table. I would grab the back of my chair and I would scoot it back. So that's the first thing I do. Then I grab my husband's hand because he's sitting next to me in the visualization. I know what his hand looks like. I know what mine looks like. I know what it feels like. I grab his hand and I pick up my champagne, and that's when I give my toast. All the while, I'm using anchor points. I'm recalibrating. I'm paying attention what my body looks like. I'm fixing my chair. I'm grabbing my husband's hand. I'm looking at, I know what my hand looks like holding champagne. Like, I know what it all looks like from this first person, and you're going back and you're making sure that you're fine tuning. Another part I like to do is I look around the whole backyard because I went to this house. I know what it's like. I look around the whole backyard, and it's kind of like when you're playing one of those role play or video games where you can kind of like turn your character around and you see the whole realm from the first person. That's another way to recalibrate. It's another way to cement yourself into it. You're looking at it from 360. You're looking at the way it would look if you actually turned your head. My camera's here now, and I turn my head and it's still here. It's not continuing to face me. It's like I'm in the real world. I'm actually there in my 3D world in my mind. So constant recalibration. Fix your necklace, fix your clothes, fix your hair, adjust your watch, tie your shoe, pick something up, grab your phone, do something that cements you into the first person, and just make sure you're constantly doing that. Focusing where you're at from the first person, and you're putting yourself into that scene, like cemented as much as possible. And anytime you're in your scene, anytime you're doing your visualizations, if your mind starts to wander, don't judge yourself at all, because that happens to everybody. Just gently bring it back to focus and recalibrate yourself anchor yourself down into that first person position. Now, if you're not even sure how to meditate or how to bring this into your subconscious, I do have a free meditation guide. It's down in the description below. Go ahead and click that and download it. It's just my way of walking you through what a simple meditation session can be like. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be stressful. 10 to 15 minutes a day is all you need. That link is in the descriptions below. So go ahead and click that if you would like some help with meditation. Okay, so earlier I mentioned actually going to the house that I'm manifesting and why it is important to be there. So this final tip is going to explain why it's a good idea to take a test drive of the car you want, go visit the house you want to manifest, go visit the school you want to go to, visit the office you want to work at, whatever it is. But this last step is all about bringing in the other senses. Now, it seems like visualization is just a visual thing. It's an image thing. It's in your mind's eye. But in reality, when you're looking at something, when you're actually visualizing something with your eyeballs, your other senses aren't shut off. I still feel the bed I'm sitting on. I still hear my voice talking. I still feel my jewelry and smell the candles burning in my room. All of my senses are at work, even though I'm looking at the camera and I'm watching something. I'm visualizing it with my eyes, but nothing else is turned off. So it's really important that you bring in your other 5 senses into your visualization. This will make it much more concrete for you. So if you go to the house you're visualizing, you're manifesting, you know exactly what it feels like to be in there. You know what it smells like. You know what the grass is like. You understand the spatial awareness, how many feet are between your bedroom and your bathroom. You can actually physically put yourself in that place and start feeling physical senses of what it's like to be in there. What do the birds chirping sound like? Where do they come from? Is there traffic from outside? Is it super quiet? Do you hear crickets? Literally all of these tiny details will really help your visualizations. If it's a new car you're trying to manifest, get a new car smell air freshener and put it in your car. You want to use props and things that will trigger your other 5 senses to fire to solidify how real it is to your subconscious mind. So for example, I got this idea from Jake Ducey. I highly recommend you checking out his channel. He has really great content and he has a very positive spirit. I love watching his videos, especially before bed. Oh, spoiler alert, I'm doing a do this before bed video that's coming out soon. I'll link it above when it's ready, but it will also be in the playlist that will take you from start to finish through your manifestations. But he says, if you're trying to manifest money, write out a check to yourself. Well, I don't have any checks because I do everything digital, so I literally made a check. Actually, you might be able to see it. Let me see if I can make my finger go in the right way. It's like right there. I have it literally on my nightstand. And I have different scenes that I play before bed. They'll be in that one video I just mentioned. But one thing I do a lot is I'll just lay in bed and I just hold that check and I just rub it and I just feel the way it feels in my hand. I feel that paper and I visualize my name printed out on the check and the exact amount, and I feel it. I visualize myself at the bank teller flipping that thing over and endorsing it and sliding it under the little window, and I can feel that paper in my hand, and it makes my visualization that much more real. I'm involving my tactical senses and it's adding to the experience. Here's another thing you can do to add in your other senses. If you're playing a scene where you're having a short conversation, somebody's confirming that you got the job you wanted. They're saying, I'm so excited for you that you finally got this job that you are going after. And you say, yes, I'm so excited I got this job. I cannot wait to start. Say that out loud. A lot of times we feel like when we're in meditation or we're doing visualizations, we have to be quiet. And there's no rules. So say it out loud, because not only are you hearing your voice say it, you're practicing the way that you would actually say it, but you're also, your words, your actual words have a vibration. When you speak, it's a vibration, you know, like your vocal cords are vibrating when you're speaking down low, they're vibrating slow. And when you're thinking up high, they're going really fast. But your vocal cords are actually causing a vibration, so you're adding to the vibration. So imagine if you were holding a check in your hand, closing your eyes, viewing a scene, hearing someone tell you, oh my God, it's so awesome that you just won $100,000, and you have a check in your hand and you're like, oh my God, I just won $100,000. I can't believe I'm holding a $100,000 check in my hand right now. This is so awesome. All of your senses are involved, okay? Do whatever you can to make it the realest experience as possible. And Bonus tip, most importantly, don't beat yourself up if it doesn't completely go right, because you're not the only one, I promise. A lot of people have a difficulty getting in there and playing that scene over and over and over and feeling real about it, okay? So for that reason, this whole week's content is about VSA, visualizing, scripting, affirming. This one might be first, so you might have to wait till tomorrow or the next day to get the rest in the series, but they will all be part of the playlist that will be linked here and also on the end screen and in the description below, so that you have an all-encompassing, complete 360 view and attack of your plan. Now, if you would like one-on-one coaching to help you nail down where the kinks in your hose lie, I'll help you get to the root of your limiting beliefs, help you figure out what it is that is keeping you locked in whatever parameters you've set for yourself, okay? Because you hold them all in place. Nothing really exists. So if you believe something is in your way, if you believe something is a limitation, then it is. So if you want one-on-one coaching, that link is below as well. I will help you. Just go ahead and reach out to me. Visualization does not have to be hard. Just remember to get super clear on what it is that you're calling into your mind's eye so that you don't have any questions when you're pulling it up. Recalibrate yourself, anchor yourself into your vibrational 3D world that tells your body or your subconscious or your intuition, whatever you want to call it, that we're actually in this reality. Your body doesn't know where you are. It just has the images you feed it paired with the thoughts and emotions that go with it, and that's what manifests. So anchor yourself into that vibrational reality, recalibrate, view yourself from the first person, check your watch, mess with your hair, grab your earring, twist your wedding ring, whatever it is that brings you back to that first person and solidifies you into that 3D vibrational world. Do that in your visualization and make sure that you're including all 5 of your senses, okay? As many as you can. If you can include a candle or a perfume that smells a certain way, plus a tactile image, something that you're touching or sitting on or holding, you can hear someone talking to you and say the words out loud while you're watching it all go down. You're attacking it from all angles, okay? So this will help you get a little more clear. And again, all of these are just ways to help you do something that you do naturally, okay? You're already doing this all the time. I'm gonna link my Manifesting 101 video right here so you can understand that this is a constant and everyday ongoing process all the time. It's not something hard until you decide something is difficult, takes a long time, involves another person, huge mountain to climb, whatever it is. Those beliefs are what keep it away from you. So don't forget to hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video and click the notification bell so you always get updated when we upload a video. And don't forget to like and share. It helps us reach more people. Everyone deserves to know that they are in control 100% of their lives, and that's the whole point of this channel. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Thanks, guys.